Vitaraga Vishayam Vachittam. Rejection drives subject to constriction. Normally there are two properties of mind, either attachment or rejection towards the subject. When attachment is lost, the rejection of all subjects land in constriction and cessation. Swapna, Nidra, Jnanalambanam va. Sleep, knowledge be prolonged. The living being oscillates between two stages of life. One is a sleep full of inertia and the second is awake full of active life. Now concentration on absence of matter is sleep does give a remembrance of pleasant sleep. There is certainly a stage between the inertia and sleep and the awake stage when the dreaming occurs. This is a phenomenon. However, concentration on sleep, which perceives absence of matters and emotions already, and when the concentration on dreaming also takes place, the impressions of memory of dream is stored in memory. We remember the dream, therefore concentration on sleep and dream takes place. Mind to constriction and cessation of vrittis that are operating systems of mind. Dream is the memory of memory. Yathabhimat dhyanadva. Concentrate on your obsession. Whatever is the liked and obsessed, if concentrated upon, the constriction and cessation can be achieved. Paramanu param mahatvantyosya vashikaraha. Small molecule to big sky, there is a wide scope for constriction and cessation. Paramanu is a molecule that is smallest matter, and the sky or space is the largest object available. Thus, the constriction and cessation has a wide scope covering all subjects from small molecule to biggest sky. Mind's congruency to variety of tendencies or vrittis are to be erased with a desire of elimination. The desire to choose and not to choose is an obvious game. However, choosing blindly anything is not expected. The unwise chosen may lead you to the suicidal or vexation to others, and therefore a desire of elimination to investigate the root cause of the selection drives towards concentration and cessation. The yoga discipline therefore enlightens for obedience to truth. You are not to follow blind sacrifice nor select blindly. A complete truthful living and a total decontamination. Yoga discipline shows the perceiving due to congruency with whatever is projected at mind and attachment to subjects, and therefore the ways to constrict the operating system responsible for such lust, passion and greed. Further from constriction to intuitive meditation compels the contemplation on origin of attachment, hate, anger, jealousy, lust, false ego, fear and greed. The self-introspection causes establishment to quality of perceiving. Next lessons are after cessation. क्षीण वृत्तेर अभिजात सेव मने ग्रहितु ग्रहग्राह्यशेषु तत्स्यत् जन्नता samapatti hi. Tendencies have become weak, does not affect routine like crystal stabilizes on withdrawal and unity. The display pad has undergone various methods for refinement, decontamination and cessation to vacillation of mind through provocation. Here, the normal function of mind is not disturbed. The enlightenment was progressed from understanding the working of mind as well as character of mind to various methods of constriction and cessation. Then after the programming mind with listening righteously and total dispassion, there develops the mindset for not choosing. It is understood that the choosing one after another drives mind to a perpetual conflict. When you choose, you need operating systems or vritti for choosing and assimilating to the chosen subject for endurance. When you choose one after other, your choosing becomes a compulsion. This brings the conflict between tendencies or vrittis, antarvirod and vritti sangarsha, and a trap is laid by choosing, shows no way to freedom. स्मृति परिशुद्धो स्वरूप शून्य वार्थ मात्र निर्भाषा निर्वितरता. Memory, purification character, non-existent, symbolic reception, non-guessing. Intuitive attainment understood in a last lesson is an intuitive understanding and the source because therefore arrives from memory. Memory is a store of knowledge received by perceiving through the true knowledge, inference, prophecies and also derived through world meaning and knowledge. Now since intuitive understanding is learned, the conjecture or guess is not needed. All the three systems have memory storage independently like knowledge of subject, knowledge of reception through senses and knowledge of perceiving. These three memories were causing confusion. When intuitive attainment or savitarka samapatti is learned and understood, the confusion disappears. All three systems are not required. The backing of memory to identify its validity, thus you are able to perceive subject right away. Here, the grasping velocity has become super fast and super fine. The sequence of learning is constriction and cessation of memory, understanding through lessons, the dispassion, developing non-choosing ability to stop the wheel of wants, understanding independently working of multiple systems at a time, switching off memory backup and perceiving subjects without the support of senses. This stage is non-guessing, consummation and nirvitarka samapatti. This is firm acquisition of truth without guess and doubts and understanding ability of mind to perceive multiple systems without intuitive and sensory backing. अतएव सविचारा निर्विचारा च सूक्ष्म विषया व्याख्याता. From the explanation of thoughtful and thoughtless absorption, the subtle subjects are described. The two patterns of attainment like guessing and non-guessing are understood and practiced. Guessing is intuitive related to gross subject and non-guessing is not intuitive where memory is avoided. When you are at inference about subtle subjects while practicing gross and visible subjects, the process is guessing. When you concentrate mentally on subtle subjects, it is contemplation. Absence of guessing is non-conjecture and absence of contemplation is thoughtless meditation. When gross subject is viewed, the travel up to perception is from gross to subtle is the process of investigation. The cause, the purpose, etc. You can see this object, but you can see the chronology of incidences. These are to be conceived through inference. The thought process, thoughtful attainment ends up in thoughtless mind because you reach to an optimum position and further thinking not possible. That is thoughtless consummation. सूक्ष्म विषयत्वम च अलिंग paryavasanam. Subtle subjects end up in non-gender. Subtle subjects end up into the non-symbolic, invisible, inexpressible, immeasurable and unknown. This cannot be subject of knowledge. To illustrate, we conceive self as body with organs and mind, but in contemplating we are compelled to think about that subtle by which the physic and mind is run. It is drashta, the viewer, perceiver, cognizant, pervading body and mind. Therefore, there must be only two basic articles at the root cause of this live world, the visible body and or physic, and that pervading subtle, the viewer associated with body, called drashta, the preceptor, hardware and genetic software. Drashta is the system of cognizance of pain and pleasure in the binary format. Here is nothing else perceiving other than pain and pleasure by the system of cognizance. The system involves think-pad, chitta, think tank, psychosomatic actuation, emotional spectrum or hardware and all operating systems, vritti as genetic softwares. The entire system, when active, cognizance takes place in a binary format of pain and pleasure. The cognizance appears in the format of comfort and discomfort in the physic or hardware. The result of the subtle subject is an indication of non-symbolic, genderless article that is transcending from subtle to subtler and to subtlest. This is thoughtless, immeasurable, inexpressible, unknown, called avyakta Brahma.